Well, good afternoon, everyone. You know what time it is? It's Monday, one ish. So it's your favorite show. It's Dream Do Done, your accountability podcast with your girls, the How To Coach Tamara Hartley, Serena Brown, Travis, the Pulpit Chick. She's not here in person because she's doing the good work of the Pulpit Chick. And myself, Dr. Stacey N. Seagrad, Chief Faithpreneur. Thank you so much for tuning in, being a part of our weekly broadcast. This is our third season. How about it? Can we say a whoop whoop? Like we are here with you, journeying through this thing called life. That's very interesting. 2020 into 2021. But we're here and we're grateful to be here and to have you all as an audience and just sometimes taking that moment. If you don't get the moment in the beginning of the week on a Monday to breathe in, breathe out, and just exhale and deal with life because this thing called life has a lot of curves, a lot of twists and turns. But the good news is we're still here. How about it? So, welcome to the show. I'm going to turn it over to my co host, the How To Coach, so she can greet you.
Hey everyone. I just want to say, it's been a great week. I actually spent the weekend, it was up and down, rain, sunshine, cold. We had all of it. But yesterday was a very nice day and I got to go to a football camp with my son. So if any of you heard of Football University, it was a great experience for me to sit out there and watch my son, who was actually, you all know he's a wide receiver because I'm always talking about him. But yesterday he was a DB. And so he was learning like a new position and seeing what it's like on the other side of the ball. So I had a great day. It was relaxing, fun, sitting out in the sun, and I enjoyed it. So happy to be here today.
Absolutely. Well, look, as another football mom, I was forced into it. You've heard me tell the story, but I do appreciate the fact that they learn so much in the game of football. I still have my issues with the injuries and the potential concussions and all of that, but the strategy around the game, and kudos to your son for not just saying, I've really mastered this position. I'm really great at this position, but he wanted to learn what happens on the other side of the ball. That's leadership, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was so funny because this was a camp where he actually could have got MVP. They were expecting him to come and shine as a wide receiver, but he's done that before. And so to come in a brand new position and to not have, watching the other receivers and then being on the other side of that, he still was able to shine. He did 2 picks that they were like going crazy. You could see the whole camp was like, ah! It was just so funny. But you are so right about being in a position to try things different. But that strategy, he has that strategy. And you're right about football being strategy, because I was listening and overheard some things and I was just like, wow, just that thought process. I didn't know so much strategy goes into every single thing a person does, the angle they run. And I'm a newbie too, because all my girls ran track. I had 3 daughters and the son was last. So, I'm all enthralled, like, I'm all amazed. People like, it's football. I'm like, but I'm just not understanding it.
I'm with you. And look, then you start becoming a sideline coach, right? And you don't know half of, well, I'll raise my hand. I don't know half of what I'm talking about, but if it don't look right, I'm like, the middle is open. Why you running down the middle? You know they coming. Like, what you do? Like, I'm a comedy show by myself on the sideline.
But wait, I did hit my son with this yesterday. So I said, so the difference between a wide receiver and a corner, I said, are the people running after them with the ball? And they said, no. In the corner, he said, he stops it. I was like, oh, so it's less people. Oh, maybe my baby should be a corner. When he's a wide receiver, if he ain't taking a long pass, he got people coming at him. But then he said, yeah, but mom, if I intercept it and I start running the other way, they're coming at me anyway. I said, well, let's coming after you as a corner.
You sound like me, because my oldest played wide receiver, and the first time he got injured, honey, that was a situation. They tell you no parents on the field. I wish somebody would have tried to stop me. They saw me coming. I was moving like a track star. I was like, get out my way.
So my son does have an embarrassing keepsake of me on tape, actually on film. I heard saying, get off my baby. It was like, mom.
That's what happens. But it's just like in life when we do this show and we're talking about rooting for you and figuring out your strategy, and someone tries to come and tackle you in life, Dream Do Done. We're here to say, oh no, not today. No,
Not
you're not gonna do
today.
that to one of our folks. Like the Matumbo commercial. No, 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 not
Absolutely.
today.
Look, and one of the things the coach actually talked about that I overheard when I was ear hustling was the importance of just youth having the tools in their arsenal to be able to execute. He says many coaches teach many things many different ways. He says there's not one way to do it, but when you have all the tools in there, you can pick what situation to use the tools. I'm like, and that's what we do every day. We try to give you the tools. So when you just made that analogy, it makes perfect sense because that's what we do. We're putting tools in your arsenal so that when your situation arises, it might be different situations, not the same as everyone else, but you have some tools and some resources to go to so that you can still get it done. That's what we're here for.
Absolutely. Hey, look, the football analogy. Like
That's
everybody
right.
in my tribe, they crack up. They were like, "Is she really talking about football?" Yes, that's what my life has come to. Right? You know,
They'll
whatever your
probably say
children
that
do.
about me too.
And then my kids used to say, "Football is life, ma. Football is life." And I'm like, these kids are brainwashed. But I do understand the adrenaline and the excitement because they both studied the game. And
Yeah.
they watch the plays and they watch the film and they're looking to see the strategy. I mean, when we talk about how we execute anything in life, it requires that level of discipline and focus.
Yes.
You know, I always talk about Malcolm Gladwell's book, The Outliers. You know, some parts of the book are a little heavy read, but the part that I'd love to drill down on is the 10,000 hours of mastery.
10,000 hours.
Like, what are
Absolutely.
you going to put in? Like, how much time and effort, even as you're dreaming about the things that you want to do? Why do you think we keep bringing you back to the doing so that you can get it done? And that requires time. Nothing happens overnight. You just become a great football player, a great mom, a great wife, a great business owner, a great author, a great speaker. Just like, whoop, you woke up like that. That's just a song that Beyonce made. It's time that it takes for you to do the work.
Absolutely, absolutely, and that's so funny. I'm sitting here wondering, like, in my 30 years of parenting, did I get my 10,000 hours in? Am I bona fide yet?
Because we are still working it out. You know, it's a new month. It's new beginnings every time a new month comes in. And shout out to everybody who's celebrating their birthdays in the month of May. You know, I'm a big birthday person. My daddy's birthday is this month. And of course, it's Mother's Day, even though every day is a day to celebrate mothers, for the record. But happy everything, graduations, transition. It's an exciting month. And hey, Stephen, he said, women who play sports have proven to be more successful in corporate and in business. Okay, well, that would make sense, right? Because there's a strategy behind how you play a game, and then there's a strategy to winning in business. And, you know, women are just creative thinkers, you know, not to knock how men think and do business, but we're shrewd, we're innovators. We're able to use our sense of empathy. So there's a lot. I just bought a book that my mentor gave me. Where did I don't even think I have it up here. It's downstairs. I think it's the Athena Doctrine. It really speaks to women ruling the world and the men that know how to lead like women. I have to find the book. I'm going to definitely send you a screenshot of that. So I have to dig into it.
That sounds like a read for me. But when you were talking about and versatile and knowing how to adapt and pivot, you know, we got that on lock.
Absolutely, because we have to juggle so many hats. And when we're in corporate America, we are the corporate leader, and we're the mom, and we're the wife, and we're doing PTA, and we're doing soccer mom, and we're doing baseball or whatever else. So typically, women are juggling while men can just focus in on, yes, they're great dads and involved fathers, but it's a different level of expectation that even society puts on the role of parenting and who does what. So, you know, that's really, it's a blessing to be able to have that. Hey, Greg. He said, women are God's gifts to the world. Oh, thank you, Greg.
Thank you, Greg.
We appreciate you. Miss you, my brother. And, you know, it's important to just remember the gifts that we all bring. And, you know, we started off talking about a new month and our weekend and using the football analogy, but it's appropriate for what we want to talk about today. When you think about balance and trying to do it all, don't run around here with a superwoman or a Superman cape. That's played, right? It did. I mean, at the end of the day, something is going to drop somewhere. You have to figure out what needs your attention now and how you give your best in that moment, show up and just be in the moment. And I had that challenge this weekend because anybody that knows me knows it's hard for me to turn off my brain and not work, because my work doesn't feel like work. It's
Right.
what I love to do. And that's the danger almost for business owners and entrepreneurs who get great joy from their outputs. You don't know when to turn it off. And I've had to learn and condition myself and practice turning down the volume of my brain just working so that I can enjoy downtime with family and friends. And this past Sunday, we had a Black Family Day for Jack and Jill of America, our Queens chapter. And I literally, like for 4 hours, I wasn't on my phone, no computer, not reading another book, not trying to answer an email, just relaxing and having fun. And then they had this like tribal African dance competition. Well, it's like a friendly competition. They did a performance and then they invited the audience to come and participate. Steven, a girl is working out, honey. I was able to, you should have seen me, Tamara. I was like, woo, I got this.
I would
But
have paid to see that because I know you were turning it up.
I was no, they got me on video. If they release it, I'm gonna have a problem. But they caught me on video. They caught me on video. Lord have mercy. But just to take that downtime. Hey, Patricia, great to see you. And just be able to relax. The weather was good, and just sitting back and talking. That's what Tamara's about to read from our journal. And Patricia, you have the journal. Stephen, you have the journal. You know how we laid it out. You know, make sure you get your copy, Greg, if you want one. But it's about making sure that we are taking time in this journal, not just to write things down or to put a to-do list, but to really be reflective on each stage of where we are and what we're doing. So I'll go back and forth from showing you our website. But Tamara, you want to go ahead and read this section for us?
Absolutely. So it starts off with a quote by yours truly. It says, balance is not about trying to spend equal time in every area of your life. It's about streamlining and prioritizing to make room for what's important to you in your life. And I love this quote because as a mom of 5, you know, you tend to try to be everywhere all the time and do everything, putting your finger on holes just everywhere, but you only got so many fingers. But that's what we try to do. And most times we drive ourselves crazy, or we drive ourselves into guilt because there were some balls dropped, or there were some holes that we couldn't put a finger on. So you have to really begin to streamline and prioritize. People always ask me all the time, what is the secret? What's the magic? There is no magic. The only way to make more time in our lives is to streamline, prioritize, and that means get rid of some things. And that's where many of us have a problem. You know, we suffer from that FOMO, fear of missing out on something, and we can't say no. And we try to balance everything, and we don't have to. And that's the reality. But don't tell me that you want to get some things done. You want to take action. You want to live your dream, but then you won't even make time to get it done because you got so much going on. And you won't even take the time to, like Stacey did, get quiet and think about what it is you really want to do. And then time to take the action to actually get it done. You have
Absolutely.
to have that balance, that priority, and that streamlining. It's not just about being everywhere, but when we think of balance, it's about, okay, how can I get more on my plate and be everywhere at once? And that's the wrong way to look at it.
Absolutely. Sometimes you have to slow down to speed up. And the next thing that we share in the book is take time to regroup, refuel, and rejuvenate. When you're working towards a goal, it's easy to overwork yourself to the point of exhaustion and burnout. Make sure you're practicing self-care and taking moments each week to recharge your mind, body, spirit, and creativity. Fuel yourself with water and healthy foods. Take a vacation or a staycation, whatever allows you to completely unplug and renew your energy. Hello, it makes a difference. I'll give a quick example of what slowing down for me this weekend did. I actually did my 5K this morning because that's becoming like, you know, really good. Hey, DeBert is in Ghana tuning in. Hey, DeBert. Oh my goodness. How did you leave me? Like, where's my plane ticket? I don't understand. Like, I could have been in Ghana doing the show, but I hope you're having a good time out there. So because I did that little bit of slowdown, I came home, and I'll be honest, I had to get 2 things done, but it wasn't a lot. Like, I didn't stress myself out. I'm like, let me just focus on this so that Monday morning I can hit the ground running. I did my 5K with the fastest speed that I've done all week. Like, I was like, bing! Just because I took that time to rest. So there really is a lot of truth to slowing down so that you can speed up, to clearing your mind. For those of us of faith, just sitting and be still so that you can hear and get instructions. There is so much power in that. And that was just a great example from this weekend, because I've had a very aggressive couple of weeks. So when you're able to get the proper rest, and I've been good, Tamara, I can say I can raise my hand. I cut my nights off. I get my sleep, honey, because I don't need any wrinkles up in here as I climb the ladder.
Look, I actually have been getting more sleep than ever before, because again, I used to pride myself as being this night owl. And again, with young kids, I learned how to stay up at night to work on my stuff and get stuff done. And that became a very bad habit that I took into years and years and years of adulthood. And I said, you know what? I've been going to sleep more often. It's so funny. I get up in the morning. This is really a game to me. And I look at all the missed calls I have from people who called me after I went to sleep, like, I wasn't up. But I want to point out something that you read in that passage where it says take a vacation or a staycation. A lot of times we don't take rest because, maybe we didn't have that money we needed to go to Cabo or to lie on a beach in Mexico somewhere. So we didn't take a vacation, so we don't give ourselves rest. But you don't have to go anywhere to take a vacation. That's why I put that staycation on there, because sometimes you just need to stay at home. Sometimes you just need to stay quiet. You need to get in the corner and do whatever. You don't have to go somewhere to relax your body and get the rejuvenation that you need. So don't use that as an excuse or feel like, oh, wow, I didn't get to go to a beach like everyone else, so I can't do this or that. You can take a staycation. I am known for the staycation.
Oh, I love staycation. And I'm going to just repeat what Stephen said here, that his doctor said, take short rest during the year or take a long unscheduled rest later. That's powerful right there, right? Because we see scary. It is. And we've seen what happens when we don't take care of ourselves. COVID-19 raised everyone's awareness, not only of the challenges when you have predisposed and other predisposed disposition to being sick, but what happens in our community because of all of the ways in which we don't take care of ourselves, and that these are high blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, things that we can manage and control. And part of keeping all of that under control is getting the proper rest, drinking enough water, moving. No one is saying that you have to go out and run a marathon like Steven, right? Who's trying to get me to be a part of the marathon. I'm like, I got my 5K. I'm moving to the 10K. We taking this one step at a time.
What is a 5K? What is a 5K?
3.2.
3.2 miles. Okay, because 5K just sounds like, when I hear it, it sounds like I can't do it. It sounds like I don't want to do it. It sounds like running 5,000 miles somewhere.
No, it's not 5,000. But see, that's funny that you said, well, how long is it? When I say 5K now, I feel empowered. Like, I done did a 5K. Like, did some stuff up in these streets. It's 3.2 miles. And, you build that and you build that and you build that. You can walk. You can do a fast-paced jog. You can run, but you can go on a treadmill. You can stay at your desk and just put a little wheel under your desk and just keep pedaling. You can take a leisurely walk around your neighborhood. It's about raising our heart rate and moving, letting our blood flow and move. It's the little things that I've come to notice. There's no way around it. You can be doing excellent in every area of your life, and you don't take care of your health, it's all for naught.
That's right. Absolutely.
He said, I got accepted into the NYC 50th Marathon. Congratulations. Training has begun. All right. So that means it's too late for me, right? Looks like everything started. Did I miss it?
Look, don't say that. The deadline will have been extended until.
Look at me. Womp womp. Did I miss it? Maybe it'll be 2022 if I live. But the thought of gratitude that we have in this particular section of the book is I'm grateful that each week I get a chance to breathe in and out. It is another opportunity to get this thing called life right. And that's one of the quotes that I say all the time. That's why I do the breathing. Because even breathing can center you. Even breathing can help you on your journey. Just centering yourself, just some good deep breaths in and exhale out. It takes a lot of the tension and the stress off of you. And you just deal with life, whatever life is throwing your way. We don't know. No one has these bifocals that you can see into the future. We would love them. But we have to deal with each moment. Be present in the moment. Take care of yourself. And Stephen said walking for 30 minutes is a great for the heart. Exactly.
Yeah.
And 30 minutes is not a long time. And I've even, because I'm doing a training with another client and I'm working with a set of parents, and they've been inspired on their lunch break. People are choosing to use 30 minutes of their lunch break to just go out and take a walk. I said, that way you don't have to find additional time. You're getting up, rushing to go to work in the morning. You're at work all day. You come home, you have to take care of responsibilities, cook dinner, take care of children. You use 30 minutes of your lunch break, you got it in. And all of us have all these smartphones, as my Jamaican father would say, "Now make the smartphone turn your trip in." So use the smartphones. Use the smartphones and the apps that are on it to track your steps, to let you know how much you're moving. And you'll see it does make a difference. So Dream Do Done, we're talking about all these dreams, starting to do and getting it done. But if you're 6 feet under, what can we celebrate? What about your process that we can really highlight and show others your progress if you're not here? So it's important for us to just refuel. And that was a great lesson for me. I've been a lot better than I used to be on taking breaks, and I'm continuing to get better. That's my aspirational goal, because I will work, because it doesn't feel like work to me. I love what I do, but I need to pause. Sometimes you have to slow down so that you can speed up. So we created this journal so that you would have that support. So when we're not with you on the other 6 days of the week, you can go and get your journal, open it up, and start doing the work, right? Start being in lockstep with planning out the things that are important to you. So when you buy the book, you're able to go through and set a pace that makes sense for you, and reflect on all the things that are necessary for you to get the things that you need to get done. So with that being said, any closing remarks, Tamara? I mean, time is flying. Like, where did it go? But we're good to be here 1-ish every Monday. Now, when that 1-ish starts, as long as we get here before 2, there's no judgment.
I love that. And I just want to say, this has just been a timely discussion and topic. I have a college student who had to choose a word for the year, and her word was actually breathe. And for all of those reasons that you mentioned, but also just to help relieve some anxiety. I have one of those type A personality type daughters who is all about her business. She's all about getting things done, but she can go. And sometimes she stresses and puts stress on herself, undue stress on herself, because she's so focused on getting that A and doing this and being involved. And so breathe was a great word for her, because she needs to, one, take a moment, take some rest, and then not to be worried about some things that you don't have to worry about at this moment. I mean, as a freshman, she's having conversations like, okay, because senior year, I might have to stay in the summer. And it's like, girl, can we get to be a junior first? But you can see by my personality that she picked up some of that from me as well. And so you do have to take that time to breathe. So I was really happy that was her focus word for the year. I hope that you listen to Stacey. That breathing helps you take a moment. It helps you to even be more creative. I'm a creative, but sometimes I have to shut down so that creativity can sustain, or I get new and better ideas. So I just encourage you to adopt that word for yourself as well. Breathe, take a moment, take a pause, rejuvenate yourself. It is very serious. And like I said, I'm learning how to go to bed at night. Like, I don't make it all the time, but like last night I was in bed by 10:30, and that's unheard of for me. My daughter called me like, "You were asleep?" I'm like, "Yes, I was."
Imagine that.
Yeah. So take those words to heart. We want to see you be here so that you can see these dreams come to fruition.
Absolutely. Well, we thank you for tuning in. And as we said at the top of the show, we want to shout out the Pulpit Chick, because she's literally on location taking care of some of the most vulnerable in our community. So, that's the beauty of having three of us so that any 1 to 2 co-hosts can hold it down while we're doing all the things that we do, because you've watched us for a couple of years. So, you know, we can be on the street, we can be in a funeral home, we can be in a corporate boardroom. Nothing stops Dream Do Done. That's commitment.
Look, not even Apple. That's still killing me. The time Stacey had to go get a phone repair, and she said, "Okay, can I use this space for a show?" That's just who we are and what we do. Nothing stops Dream Do Done.
That is the truth. They were looking at me like, did she set up a whole studio in the Apple? But that's me. I can have briefcase, will travel. I take my traveling office and I sure set up, and we did a whole show. People were walking into the Genius Bar like, are they filming a movie or something in here? I was like, this is Dream Do Done. And then I forgot that I was in the Apple store, so I wasn't being quiet. My mouth is not quiet by nature. So I'm like broadcasting like I'm in my own studio. And the folks are like, ma'am, like, we do have people in here who are trying to buy products. I was like, but they just let me be. I had a whole little section, and I'm like, Apple, y'all got some promo today. How about that? You want to be a sponsor? A Dream Do Done. Oh my goodness. That's right, Robin. Just do what you got to do. And as we close, I'm going to make you really laugh. My husband was going through some old footage that showed up on social media. I was in New York City, 103.9 with Toya Beasley. She had a show here before she moved to Philly. So that particular day I was hosting the show. So they had me at the radio studio and I had the headsets on, and my husband is watching. He was like, something is really wrong with you. Like, yo, what do you do? You were so animated. I was like, I can't help it. I don't know. It's how I was made. Take it up with Jesus. It's how I was made. But it's when you love what you do, there's a joy in how you do it. And, you know, I'm grateful. Oh, I'd be remiss if I didn't stop to say, Tamara, I don't even think I shared with you. Guess who has been featured as a Power Top 50 New York State, New York City?
Oh, yeah, I saw that, girl. I've already was like...
I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah. She did the VIP Global magazine. I'm like,
and you look good on the cover, girl.
Thank you, darling. But you got to start. And I only share that as a testimony. Like, I didn't start yesterday. I've been working for a long time. So the things that happen are a result of consistency. And that's what this show is about. Holding you accountable to being consistent with your goals and your dreams. It's not going to happen overnight. We're not here to promote overnight success. What we're here to promote is consistency and diligence in dreaming, doing, and getting it done. And thank you, Robin. I appreciate that. So stay tuned, share the broadcast, let folks know every Monday, 1-ish. Your favorite girls are here. We're here to support you on the runway of life, right? We're in this thing together. You're stuck with us now. You think you can get away? You're stuck. You're part of our Dream Do Done community, and we look forward to being with you again next week. May is here. Let's hope the good weather is here. I hope Old Man Winter is out of his feelings and Sprinter is gone so that we can enjoy spring and then a wonderful summer. So stay safe. I know there's a lot of anxiousness about getting back to normal, and because of the vaccinations getting around, COVID is still here. Yeah. So that's our PSA for the day. Wash your hands, wear your mask, and stay safe. And we'll see you next week.
Social distance.
Yes, I like that.
Like, if you aren't this far away from me.
You know I'm going to use that one, Tamara. Don't come too close. Love you from afar. We have too fun. We out, everybody. Have a good one.